right. Hey everyone. Welcome to another live stream. Today we've got a couple of projects on the table. The first one's going to be this big epoxy table. It's like 42 inches around, I think. So I had to use both of the bigger spots on the table just to get enough of a bite to keep this thing from moving. You know, we wanted this thing to feel pretty secure to the table. So that's what we got going on today. We're going to do this one first, and then I've got 3 smaller pieces that we'll be able to get a little bit closer to the camera for you guys. But I think it's going to be pretty cool to see this thing turn out. 2 different colors epoxy. You got a one, it's like kind of more translucent white. It's got a bunch of like sparkles or whatnot in it, and then it's got clear on top of that. And then embedded in it is a bunch of pieces of olive wood. I believe these were imported in from Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. So the goal is to do the bottom side first. Sometimes what we see in these in the molds, whenever that we do these pours, is as the epoxy hardens, it gets it gets hot, hardens, and it shrinks just a little bit. Well, what will happen is sometimes like the sides can either pull up, or if the mold isn't very secure or it's not on a very secure base, then the center of it has all this weight and it wants to drop. And that's kind of what happened here. So if we flip this thing over and put it on a flat surface, only the center part of this table is touching, which means all the corners of the round table, all the edges of the round table are up off the ground, or up off the plywood. So we would have to shim all that up, tighten it down, make sure it's level. It's just a bunch of extra work. And it's actually a little bit more unsafe. So we flipped it over. We're going to get a good flat and solid base. And then we want to expose all the hardwood underneath. We expose it on the bottom, and then we'll expose it on the other side as well. That way, as the temperature and humidity moves, we will be able to kind of allow for that movement throughout the seasons. But I guess that's enough yapping. So I'm going to get the planer over here, find a high spot, which is going to be right here in the center, and then we'll just start working our way out. Once it's done, we'll flip it. It'll be a lot easier to secure to the table, and then we'll flip the other side. Not gonna lie, I wasn't sure I was gonna get to stream to you guys today. Fired up the laptop and it said no bootable device, which is always what you want to see right before you have any kind of IT project going on. All right. So let's pull this guy back. I guess I should also make a post on the Facebook group about going live. My goal was to go live yesterday, but with sick kid in the morning and then some other stuff that came up, wasn't able to complete that like I wanted to. Oh, I got to oil this up a little bit. Really high pitch. And I'm hoping that there wasn't too much movement in the form, so we don't have to take a whole bunch of passes on this side. That should be good. And then we're going to do, with all of epoxy turns, we're going to do a quarter of a turn, which is going to be like a 32nd of an inch pass. So it won't be too bad. But let me just double check. Sure we're good to go here. Okay. All right, good. You guys are hearing me for sure. All right. So I think should be ready, good to go. Just double checking everything. All right, we got hold downs, and there's no metal. Dust collection's good. Phase converter's on. Hope everybody's doing good today. A little bit later of a stream than I wanted to do. Does for the extra noise, the vacuum pump picked up. Trying to find the right height to get started. Hey. Yeah, right now we're just taking light passes, get a solid base. Flip this and do the front side. I don't know if you guys can camera angle. It looks like it's snowing over. Look at the snow. Take several passes. The epoxy set up in the farm. Kind of got a next shape. As always, guys, you have questions. Stream them both on Facebook, and I'll answer them as soon as I can or something. So with epoxy, we're going to go. Hey, Jared. Hi, everybody. Jared's watching Facebook. Actually, his first of four. I'm so excited. You got to check out his. Definitely give him a follow. Yeah, definitely get Jared a follow if you want to got his other stuff. That's a hey, galore. Yeah, man. It'll be enjoy your dinner, man. I'm glad for not really slow the blade. Push to go. I need to not slow the blade. We're also taking shallower passes. Like I'm only doing a quarter of a turn instead of like a half a turn or a full turn. All right. It's like video games, man. I'm almost over here with joystick. Right now, guys, we're just trying to get a solid base. So this nice thing about epoxy is we can always add more to it. Just level it out. A couple more passes on the bottom. Far left of the screen, you can see part of the laptop. I've got a TV right below the camera that I've got Streamlabs up, and I've got the multi-stream chat so I can read it. Rounding. Then we'll finish it up with like a real quick pass after this one. That might be good enough to better, even though we're taking out. We're going to take a shallow pass. If not, we can always put it back over. Epoxy, in grain and epoxy, double. That's why we're like really. All right. Eighth of turns. This was only a 64th of a minute. Hey, Oliver. Right now, I'm going to cut. That's just better of a quality. Because you want to finish the bottom side like the top side, you may not have to go to as high of a grit. This will eliminate a lot of that rough sanding bit. But epoxy, smaller table in the grand scheme of like how large. It's still pretty fast. I wasn't like starting to flatten. Oh, yeah. I've done some epoxy tables in like 3 hours. Almost. Yeah, that's just a skim right there. I wish I had a CNC still. I'd 100% make it work though. I know other people that CNC logo into. I wonder if we could like color match your logos. Oh yeah, my dad's buffer just because of his. Room. All right, so I'm gonna get the rest of this cleaned up. My snow globe in my wood shop. Let's see, here we go. I don't detail it, I just get it enough to where it's not going to blow everywhere when I hit it with the air compressor. Got money from a school bursary, scholarships, so I had to buy a new GPU. 49 so I could properly write essays now. That's awesome. You should, the first game you should stream is Free Cell. Some solitaire. Coffee, do you play any retro games like the old DOS games? Not that it's DOS, but you know you had to launch it from a DOS prompt, like Doom or Duke Nukem. That was quick for the top. Oh, Jared, that's actually the bottom, bud. I had to flip it over so that we could, so that it was stable. Oh, I guess, yeah, I probably said it right before you got here. So this was the bottom, and then right here, it was kind of like, this is an exaggeration, but it was, you know, kind of convex. So it wasn't balancing on the table. Right, so I flipped it over, put some of the high spots from the olive wood and the popsicle sticks that you had, put them underneath here, so we had a solid base. Did the bottom, I'll flip it over, we'll run the top. That way we'll keep as much thickness, and it's not going to be like oblong, because it was just going to be a nightmare to try to safely secure it and keep it level. But yeah, that was super, super quick. Okay. Let's get the air compressor set up. Can we get a close-up? I don't think so. Well, actually, yeah, we can. When I'm done, I'll slide it down, and then we'll take. I've got my my GoPro. The mount is screwed into the rafters in the ceiling. Oldest I played arena. All right. Okay, here comes the fun part. Where are my gloves at? So, the one thing about epoxy tables, and Jerry can attest to this, I don't know how many times he's sliced his hands open, whenever it hardens up in the form after you do your pour, it is like a knife, sharp knife on the outer edge. So when you, and it's just on the top, the bottom's fine, it's super smooth, feels really good. But we're gonna pop this up. I guess you guys could probably see it. So here's the top. You can see it's kind of probably hard to see, but it is pretty textured. You don't need to go all the way to the top with the epoxy. Then here's what the bottom side finished up looks like. Hopefully that looks pretty good, but like it's a big table. It looks Jared, this looks so good, man. But, all right, so now I'm going to put this semi back in place. Make sure I get it down without crunching my fingers or toes. Looks good. We should be able to hit it from both sides. Oh, man. Yeah, there's like no rock to this at all. That flat's really good. So nice. Jared, I can't wait. If you're not following Jared, Jared, I don't have the ability to type right now, but if you wanted to like drop your socials, website, whatever, feel free to. I don't know if the Nightbot is going to flag it, but if it does, I'll recopy it and paste it here in a minute. Drew, I need to make you a like an admin or mod rather. And we're not going to go super low with this. We just need to expose the. We're just going to expose the wood, and then he's going to. I believe he's going to flood coat it, so we don't even have to get like super low with it. But I mean, he's got plenty of space here. I mean, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches or so of epoxy. Jared, what did you say? There was like 9 gallons of epoxy in this thing. That's so much epoxy. All right. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So then, yeah, you're sure he's following you already. Then it's funny. What else? Oh, sounds good. I try to be here. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. I know you're like crazy busy too. My problem is that I'm not yet. I don't have set times to where I'm streaming, and I know I need it. Sometimes it's just really hard to keep that consistency up. I mean, I've been out here almost every day, and sometimes I can stream, other times I can't. Sometimes it's like also, if somebody's here and they're watching while I'm flattening, I get it that they not want to be on stream or whatnot. All right, let's see. It feels good. So what I'm doing now is just making sure there's no bounce to it. And sometimes you think you get the whole table clean, but if there's like just a little, like there's a little piece of bark that I'm holding on to, but if I got underneath here, even on a corner, it can raise it up, and all of a sudden you're like, what is going on? You really notice it whenever you start taking passes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave it at the same height, and we'll just skim across to see if there's any like high points. I'm kind of anticipating there being a couple since this was underneath the table and not pushing up, if that makes sense. So that's going to be a high spot. We'll see how it does. We've got enough room to take this down. And again, we're just taking it down to get a flat surface for the epoxy. Then Jared's going to come back and do his thing. Then we got 3 more to go to. All right, dust collection still looks good. It's crazy. That dust collection bag, when it's just epoxy like this, it gets so heavy. I swear like you're carrying out a bag of bricks. All right. So make sure. Yeah, we're good. We'll just start in the middle since I know it's going to be the high spots here. Jared, I'm just curious. What was with the popsicles? Like, was that like off or something like that? Off of off the epoxy? I can't remember. I remember I did this on the last. Right now, I'm just hitting the high spots, so just in case, whenever if I drop it, after I flip it, there's a really high spot, it can dig in and cause chaos. You don't want to epoxy, you don't want to pass, so like chip out. Oh, okay. At least it's a complete non-issue. You know? Like a screwdriver, metal. What's nice about these tops, like doing the top side, is that for the most part, it's just wood until we get down to the actual heat of the epoxy. Can go a little bit faster. I just don't like to go that random spot that I actually end up catching some epoxy. A second. Turn the other GoPro back on for. Try to get.
Yeah, man. Wait till you see like mud coat after he polishes up. Ridiculous. I can't wait. I've been excited about this since he sent us pictures and video. Hey, this is coming your way soon. I've been excited to get this on the table. Hey, Jared, did you happen to see the bar top that Christian Radley did a couple weeks ago? That's probably several weeks. Did an epoxy bar top, walnut epoxy. It's a typical slab that like it looks gross. Be awesome for epoxy. They put LED strips underneath it before they install the bar top, and then they can change the color of the lights. It looks so good. Should be on my page somewhere. I just wrote. Yeah, yep. There should be like a video of it somewhere, like even further down. And where they were changing colors, because it'll be like red, green, or blue. Making progress. We're almost to So just knocking off the lip of the number. I don't know if dogs do it. My cats, whenever I'm working with epoxy, if I have, or not epoxy, but olive wood, I have it in the house. It's like they treat it like catnip. Start drooling and have to wipe them. Good in here now. We're getting fast. Dip the fishing cord. I've had a couple people over here that have seen that and gotten a lot of like positive responses from that. Get there, man. Let's higher up here. It's kind of a monotonous thing, you know, once you kind of get of it. It's a good time, just like mowing the grass. Audible. I actually laser sharp, epoxy, butter. Like the backside. Once we get down to the last pass, last pass, I'll do a skim pass. Just make it easier on there. Yeah, you're ready. We're going real shallow, so now I'm taking a whole lot. Squat. Yeah. I still have to do it. Eighth of a turn. Now we're just going to skim it. The goal is to take all the mill marker, as many as we can get out. Nice and slow, it's a super shallow pass. Just wait to hear back from Jared here real quick. We might be done. I'm not 100%. Got a couple low spots, but it looks like we may take this down just a couple more passes. Okay. All right, so, yeah, we're going to take it down to 100% as long as it's going to be around an inch. We're at an inch and 30. Passes short. It's nice, though. You so much flexibility being able to dial it in. And we'll get it, and I'll do one more. Oh, yeah, it's not good. I have like but we'll see. Like I said, after this, I'll take another. Guys, don't be afraid to feel free to ask questions. I'll got this, kiln drying, woodwork. Right. It originally started with a router sled that I had made. I made this at my old place. I haven't had it. Anyway, it's made by based off the plans we make off of it. It was junk. I didn't do a good job of pushing it across as you get to the middle of it, balancing itself out. It flex down. It starts bouncing all over the place. Then we have woodpecker. Kiln flattening for woodpeckers. You're limited to like 3 inches. A lot of people slab. A lot of people cut their slabs at like 2.5, 3 inches. Well, regardless of what kiln you're going to have some movement. So, couldn't always get every slab under thing on the woodpeckers. So, you either raise it up or just hit it with a hand plane or electric high edge mount. This is messy too. We didn't have the room inside here. We were doing it outside. The whole other bag of work, like relative slabs. All right, after this one, skim cut. I'll bring it up. And regardless of what species, painting end grain. Wow. Like I said, these are fresh blades too. All blades are really foul. Wow. Girl. All right. Now, like I said, we're first just help. Thickness is, oh man, right at just an inch and 3/4, like a little heavier. Have 2 more passes.
Oh, it looks like Pablo Escobar's backyard in here. All right, so, oh my gosh, this just looks awesome. Let's get it out of these clamps. I'll blow it off with the compressed air. Put these here.
build up a little bit of air pressure before we can blow this thing off. And I think what I'll do, instead of pushing it all the way back and finishing up, I'll leave this up forward so everybody can see it while we're doing the other smaller pieces, because they'll just fit right here. Good. All right, let's vacuum up. I don't want to blow all that stuff all over the shop if I don't have to. All right. That should be good enough for now. Here, let me refresh the chat. Let's see if there's any new messages that I'm missing here. Blue L shape. All right, cool. Miss anything? All right, guys. So if you're, well, first of all, if you're just tuning in, we're finishing up, or we just finished up this epoxy table. It's got olive wood in it. So I believe this is imported from Turkey, and it looks awesome. We did the backside first to give us a good base, flipped it over, and we just finished up the top side. So I'm gonna lift it up, bring it up, show you guys. The edges they're still like sharp, but they're not as sharp as when it first came out of the form. So I'll still wear gloves just to be safe. Since I'm bleeding all over somebody else's project. But let's take a look at it. Get this thing up here and show you guys. Just roll it on up. So this is the this is the top side. Man, this thing looks good. Good grief. For anybody that didn't get to see it before, so this is the bottom side. This epoxy is more translucent. It's not exactly transparent. It's not the clear epoxy like we saw on the other side. But this still looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And again, there's the top side. This is, I can't wait. So if you're not following Jared, I'll put links to his stuff here in a little bit in the chat. I'm just trying to get this thing to lower without kicking out on me. There we go. Then I'm going to bring it forward, because I'm just going to use a square for the next few pieces that he's got.
And there we go. Now everybody can still check this out while we work on the other stuff. All right. Oh, there we go. We got some more. Jared's extra climb, make it 4-9. Oh, okay. Some more. Try something like that. All right. So, show you guys what else is on deck. Got a couple more round tables. One is just a touch up. It's a clock that got a few micro bubbles. When I say a few, it was a lot. Something happened with the epoxy when it was curing on the flood coat. So we just need to take it back down, and shouldn't be all that hard. Like I said, this is a really small piece. They're all about this size, the rest of the next three. So this should be really, once we get, it'll take longer to get it locked down than it will to run it, most likely. These round pieces are a little bit tougher because you gotta secure them in every direction. Otherwise they become a missile. I learned that out the hard way with some smaller pieces for a wedding. They got really sporty. So I like to do at least 3 on the back side, 3 on the kind of around the front. It's enough of a holding pattern, and then we're just on the top, so he can redo the flood coat on this. So we just need to take this down to the wood, expose that, and then move on to the next one. Real quick, real easy, theoretically. Stay hydrated, guys. All right. So we're just going to lock these things down, do it exactly like we did before. Going to be a little bit more mindful of and not, pushing too hard with these screws. I like to do the opposite. So like this one, and we'll come over here and do this one next, just to keep things from moving too much on us. It's inevitable, but again, we're just holding this thing down. I felt bad when Jared dropped these off. He was talking about, he had this one all prepared to take to a craft show, and then happened to look down at it and notice all these little micro bubbles, and he was bummed that he couldn't take it and sell it, because I'd have no doubt that this piece is going to sell quickly. And one too many screws. But so just like with the bigger table, once we get the right height for this, probably in the center again, the highest, we have to take real shallow passes because we don't want to tear out all that epoxy. Let's hop off. I got some stuff done. Any questions? Shoot me a message. All right, yeah, man. Jared's hopping off. Appreciate you, hanging out with us for a little bit. But no. So if you're still with us, or if you just tuned in, we're working on some epoxy projects here. All of these are for the same client. We just finished up this massive olive wood epoxy table. Not gonna lie, it looks amazing. Can't wait to see it finished. And now we're moving on to some smaller epoxy projects that should be a pretty speedy process here for us. This one's just going to be on this side. Like I said, we're just skimming the top. So now I'm just going to get close to where I feel like we're start taking some material off. That's probably pretty close. Our dust collection bag is still good over there. It's only like half full. And I think we're ready to start this one. So we're going to go ahead and knock this thing out real quick, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Find her right depth. Got to climb up the cut. You start tearing out the box. I finally cut a corner. Quarter turns right now. Once we get down to bare wood, I'll skim it down. Hoping just a couple more passes. Again, we're just getting down to bare wood on this one. Bad at all. We did this one. Yeah, we're going to do a skim pass. I think we might have to in the middle. That might have a little bit of those spots. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a box. An eighth of a pass, an eighth of a turn pass. One more.
Raise it up, get it out of the way. All right, so get this one out of lockdown. So 2 down, 2 to go. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, we're doing some epoxy projects. We got 4 lined up on deck today. We've done 2 already, and we have 2 more left to go. So let me blow this one off. Now I'll refresh the chat. And I'll show you guys what this looks like. Man. All right, let's go. Get that thing pumped back up. So, did a good job. Do have some extra, a little bit of sanding to do because this is a real burly piece. But let's see if the light, see if you guys can see. Yeah. Man, I can't wait to see these things, finished up. Get some pretty color on them, or some finish on them. Let's see. We'll get this one out of the way. So the next, we got another one. It's a round. This is going to be walnut. Careful not to cut myself. Let's see how this one fared. I do need to clean off the table a little bit. Yeah, so we got to do both sides of this just to get to the point where wood's exposed on the bottom side, and then we take it down to the epoxy on the top side. So I'll see which one is going to be more stable. But for now, let's get this a little bit of this epoxy cleaned up. Oh, man. Sorry for all the noise, guys. Joys of using a pancake presser. Now, all right. So what we're doing, we're going to do the bottom side first. It was actually a little bit more, it was, well, a lot more stable than the top side. And it's good to have a good base anyway. That way, I mean, you can always put more on the top, you know, as a flood coat. Just making sure everything's secure here. All right, looks like we're good to go there. So do the same thing. Hit it until we get bare wood. Flip it. Run the other side till the wood is level with the epoxy. And then we'll finish this one up. We'll be good to go. Let me refresh our chat here. I don't want to miss any questions. May or may not come through. That looks awesome. Okay, back to dry. All right. We're making progress, guys. Hopefully, this, like I said, we got this one to do and one more, and then we'll get finished up here. We were just make sure we were caught up on our chat messages, which looks like we're good to go. All right, so what we need to do is we'll kind of sight down, and for the most part of these epoxy projects, when they're straight out of the form, there might be a high spot in the middle, so that's kind of where we tend to aim. Looks like there's more epoxy on this corner than anywhere else. Underneath, I could see a lot of the wood over there, so we'll just aim over here. Sure I'm not too low. I didn't think I was going to be. Okay, so a couple turns, it's pretty high pitch squealing. And probably 1/2 more. All right, so we are going to, all right, we're going to get started and crank back up here. Hopefully, let's see here. Oh yeah, maybe probably like 2 passes per layer. Should be good to go. Easy peasy. So we were just taking this side down to bare wood. Then the next side we'll do the same thing, and then or at least get the wood to leveled up with the epoxy. Then this one will be finished. You know, sometimes people don't want to like bring us just like one project like this, and or they're afraid that we don't want to take just one project like this. I don't have a problem. You know, this is what I do all the time. This machine is always set up to flatten. So I tell people all, you know, I had a guy bring out just a little like 12 by 18 inch or 18 square piece block for a guitar blank, and he's like, I don't know if this is too small of a project. If you want to do it, it's like, come on, man, I'm all about it. Happy to help out. We're just going to vacuum again. Not trying to get detail, but just enough. And then we'll hit it with compressed air. All right, good enough.
So the one thing you'll notice, after I pull a piece up, there's always stuff that comes out underneath and gets stuck. So I'll, blow that out before I flip it. So freaking loud. So I'll blow that out before I flip it. That way we have a flat, solid reference. Because if you get a piece of bark or a random chip of epoxy gets underneath there, it'll throw it off, and then all of a sudden now you're not flat and parallel. Okay. Let's finish this guy up, and we'll move on to the fourth and final piece. Again, we're going to do 3 on each side. About time to invest in some new screws. What happens is that sometimes they go down and hit, there's a metal cross beam or cross brace. They'll go down and hit that, and then they'll lose the sharpness of their tip. It's kind of a pain, in all honesty, I'm not gonna lie. So we'll get these things secured, and then I like to do the first pass on this reverse side. I won't change the depth of this thing. I'll go and let it hit any high points, and I mean we're going to be able to run through this fairly fast because it's all wood until we get onto the epoxy. So you can run wood a lot faster than you can the epoxy. I mean, in all honesty, we were like maybe 10, 15 minutes on the first side. Wasn't too bad at all. All right, one more, and we'll be good. All right. Joking around earlier, I did 2 walnut slabs for a guy that stopped by, and there's just so much up and down, getting on the table trying to. They had really warped during the drying process. We didn't dry it; somebody else did, and just trying to get that thing shimmed up was an adventure of itself. But I definitely got my cardio in today. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started and finish up here. I don't think this other side's going to need anything. Or passive. That's okay. Like I said, right now we're just in wood. I do like to go over these other passes or other sides. No, same thing because of that. Never know when you're going to get a high spot. You don't want to do that when you crank down several times. Epoxy. Still no wood. We could go a little deeper on our passes with this wood. All right, now that we're getting to epoxy, I got to do a screw turn. I don't want it to tear out. Yeah, this side's going by a lot faster. Faster.
Oh man, this thing is looking really, really good. So we'll hit it with the air, then I'll pull it out and show you guys. Whoa. All right. A pretty clean board. That's. Uh-oh. I think my camera died. Well, unfortunately, won't be able to finish up the stream. We'll have to call it a day here, guys. I do apologize if you're lost the picture, but can still hear it. Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Let's switch over to here. Let me put some music on. I'll be right back. And I gotta go get another battery. It's pictures in the USB, but I don't know why that happened. Just a second, guys. Then we'll take a look at this slab. All right, guys, let's get back over here so I can fix this video real quick. Where's my sources? Vertical, and then flip it horizontal. There we go. All right. All right, we're back. Okay, so even though a GoPro is plugged in with USB and it's how it should be powered, the battery had died, and I guess it was kind of like relying on that. So I want to show you guys what we were at. Here's the back side of this one that we just did. Here's the front side, and it looks great. The minimal work that it'll have to do to fix this, or to finish it, I should say. So what we're going to do is continue on. We've got one more piece, and I'll show you. This one's really cool. I'll have to show you before we flatten it. You won't be able to see it. But it's got fishing lures in this one. Fishing lures and rocks. And we got to be kind of careful when we get on the front side here. We don't want the blades go down and hit the rocks on the corner. So I think we're going to try and do like we did before. Yep. So we will we'll get a solid base, flip it, and then finish that up. So we only need four of these. Hey guys, and if you've been around for the majority of the stream, I'd really appreciate you hanging out with us. Hanging out with me. This makes it so much less monotonous. Don't get me wrong, it's really cool seeing like the grain and the slabs come through, what people are doing for projects. But when you're just kind of like droning back and forth with just with the machine, you know, you can listen to podcasts, Audible, and whatnot. But having you guys here chatting really makes the world a difference. All right. Again, this is another one that should go by really quickly. It's a small project. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, so let's just refresh our chat, make sure everything's good to go. I don't want to miss any questions, comments. But I don't think we're going to. I think we're good. All right, scroll down, see what we got. All right, guys. So last one that we're going to be doing for this evening, and then I'm going to get in and try to get some dinner. But we need to probably raise this up a bit, and then looks like the center is going to be probably the high point. So we're just going to adjust this down. So we want to take the minimum amount off per pass without going like too crazy. That looks good. All right, let's get cranked up here. Let's finish this off.
So the goal on this side is to get bare wood showing. Then flip it, take the bare wood down to the epoxy. Still need a couple passes. Shallow because we get epoxy middle. Hopefully, it's the last pass. Quarter paint return together. This is going to be our stem path. It's a shallow last pass. Help get it. That's to make it a lot easier for you guys that making these. You'll have to do that same. Yep, that's going to be good. Now, all right, so now we're going to flip it. And I'm not going to vacuum this one. I'm just going to hit it with the air. There should be plenty. We don't have too much to clean up. All right, guys, we're on a home stretch. This is the last side of the last piece. Oh. All right, let's clean up the table. Okay. So we'll lock it down, and then we're going to take the minimum amount. Again, the only thing we need to do is get down to the epoxy, and then we'll be finished up and be good to go. That anymore. Okay.
And even though these things are kind of these hold downs, they are rough. They're kind of sharp. It will mar up the edges here, but that's okay because we're just going to cut them anyway. Square them off. So any of these scratches that these things produce will get cleaned up when it gets back to Jared's shop. Just tighten it up. All right, and we're ready to start back up. Whew. Tell you what, it's important to stay hydrated on this stuff. So easy to forget to drink water. All right. So we're going to run it at this same height just to hit any of the peaks, just like we did with our last project. And we'll show you when we're done, what it looks like.
Like we're doing right now, we're not down to the epoxy yet. You take a little bit of a cut. And we're getting kind of close.
All right. Well, that's fun. Cool. Yeah, it looks really good. We'll get this pulled out, cleaned up. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then we'll take a final thickness measurement, see where we're at, where we finished up at. All right, let's start, see where this one was at. That's okay. Oh, I can't wait to take a shower. All right. This is a pretty piece of cherry. It smells good too. All right, this one finished up just south of 1.25 inches, but it wasn't really thick to begin with. But you can see this is what the piece looks like from the front. There's the back. Looks really, really good. It's kind of neat. Hold it up against the light. You can kind of see the lures and the rock beneath it. But yeah. So that's basically where we're at. I'll have more to get to this weekend, I'm sure. I've got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this big piece of walnut back here. So I've got at least 6 more pieces on deck, plus a whole ton of other stuff that I need to process down, some stuff outside that I need to get flattened, and then we can take into storage. But yeah, I guess we're gonna call it a stream there, guys. 2 hours, 15 minutes, not too bad. Right at about 2 hours worth of flattening, so can't complain. This piece, I can't wait. If you guys, again, if you're not following Jared, I'll put links into either the description or in the comments below. You can go follow along, see the progression, see how this thing turns out, and then watch him as he gets it delivered. But other than that, appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys on the next one.